This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
I guess today we'll start with a little segment that I like to call Phil's Day Off. Finally, a new delivery person is assigned, and the food does show up, no exaggeration, about 2 hours after we ordered it, an hour late from when we were expecting it to show up. Okay? So do you think that by the time that this food shows up, that it's warm? No. Who knows what happened? Did they make it, forget about it, couldn't find it? Did they make it and accidentally give it to a customer and had to give it, had to make another batch? And who knows what actually happened? Okay? But anyway, the food finally shows up. So what do we order? I ordered a breakfast burrito that was fried eggs with peppers, onions, and chorizo sausage with a side of potatoes. They call them, there's some kind of, things like Irish style. So what it is, it's red potatoes. They chop them into little pieces and they fry it up with seasoning and peppers and onions and other things. It's very delicious. I like potatoes that way. My wife got what was called a special kind of French toast with apples. I forget exactly what the name of it is. It's some kind of a special name. So, when you get delivery, they put all your stuff inside containers. I said, there are 3 containers. I said, this is butter. You probably don't want that. And I said, here's your 2, and here's your Devonshire cream. So she opens it up and, puts it all over her French toast, spreads it all out. All right, cuts it, takes one bite. And she looks at me like this. And she looks at me and she goes, oh no. I said, what? And she looks down. And she looks back at me. Just like this, not saying a word. And I'm trying to figure out in my head, what is happening? It wasn't Devonshire cream. They had included sour cream as our side condiments in these little packets. And the sour cream and the Devonshire cream looked exactly the same. So we thought we had 2 containers of Devonshire cream when in reality, it was sour cream. So she had smeared sour cream all over sweet French toast and fruit.
That was delicious.
And when you wait an extra hour to get your food and it comes super late, right? You basically want to cry. Seriously, like, what are you going to do? You're an adult. You're not going to sit there and throw shit and scream. It makes you want to fucking cry. You're upset. So I was like, honey, I'm going to fix this. And I grabbed a bunch of paper towels and I start blotting. Right? And the more I blot, the more the sour cream is now spreading out even further and just making the biggest, most disgusting mess you've ever seen. And ladies and gentlemen, I will take the blame for this. And here's why. I'm the one who took the condiments out of the bag. I'm the one who separated them and said, this is butter and this must be the Devonshire cream. I'm the one who put the creams down in front of my wife. And, she trusted that I knew what I was doing.
This guy's a bitch.
I ended up ordering some Papa John's pizza ahead of time for dinner.
So we actually ordered pepperoni, a New York style pepperoni pizza from Papa John's and wanted to try it out and see what it would be. All right. So we ordered that and then basically I ended up going out and doing the errands for the day. And the shelves are at least 50% empty. There's common things. Bread. Almost no bread in the store. Almost no baked goods. Huh? Like, you wanna know what's there? Canned goods. Shit that's been sitting around or overstocked for like months. That stuff is there. Everything else is like out. There were entire freezers empty. But anyway, all that going on. I went to the grocery store. It was frustrating because, when you're going there and there's nothing there. You basically have to, substitute a million things. I did. Substitute this, substitute that. We'll have to make do with this week instead and blah, 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 blah. Okay?
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Yes.
Should Metacritic be the defining factor of a game? No. Metacritic is very flawed. People could review bomb a game. It's happened many times over the years, where for some reason people got to bug up their ass about a particular game, and it really has nothing to do with the quality of the game at all. Maybe something bad's happened at the game development studio, right? Maybe even though the game is good, there's an underhanded business practice going on with transactions in said game. You know, there's many reasons why a game could get review bombed. On the flip side of this, okay, I feel that sadly some games just get way too positively reviewed by the mainstream journalists out there.
I'm hypocritical. Pretty hypocritical, I agree.
Project 7 back in the day, okay? For those who don't know, way back when in 2012, I made a series, a web series, that was not gameplay like the stuff that I do. It wasn't a podcast. It was an actual scripted comedy series called Project 7. It was starring me and my then friends, kind of going through fantasy gaming world. I was trying to get my gaming powers back that I had lost. We were fighting video game characters and stuff like that, okay? That series did pretty well. Every episode was getting over 100,000 views on YouTube, which is good for a little rinky-dink series like that. It wasn't like we had any budget or any promotion, all right? I literally financed the whole thing myself. All the props. Okay, the outfits and things that you saw in there, except for one. I actually think that OJ bought his own Mario outfit. But outside of that, everything else that you saw in there was essentially something that I specifically bought and financed for the show, okay? I sunk money into making t-shirts and stuff that we were going to try to sell at conventions. So overall, you look at Project 7, you say, okay, so you ran 4 episodes. Each episode had like 100,000 views or more. Then you had promos for it, right? I was running trailers and things for it. All of those had like tons of views on them. So overall, the series was a success, right? Right? Wrong. I lost a ton of money on Project 7. Because number one, when I was making it, I wasn't doing gameplay videos. And gameplay videos were my bread and butter back in the day. They were making me tons of money. So you might say, oh, you had one video with 100,000 views. Right. But when I was making that video, I wasn't putting out the other gameplay videos that make me way more money than the one video that I put out to get 100,000 views. In addition to that, I spent way more money just on the props and stuff alone for Project 7 than the series ever brought in with ad revenue.
Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone.
Keep in mind, back then, there was no crowdfunding. There was no tips, no cheers, no donations, nothing of anything like that. It was just sole ad revenue on videos based on views. So I literally, all the money, I'm not kidding you, at the end of the day, when Project 7, those 4 episodes were done, it was thousands of dollars that I had invested. I had actually bought more props for the series moving forward. I bought a big replica Mass Effect rifle that we were going to use for the sci-fi RPG episode. And other things, you know. So it ended up being, I spent thousands of bucks to make it happen, and I made like less than half of that on ad revenue for it.
And so people actually believed me. People are just very gullible on the internet. I don't know what else to say.
And then lost money for the time that I would have been making other gameplay videos that actually would have been way more profitable anyway. So you look at that, well, that was great. I'm glad that Phil did that series. It was something different. Why doesn't he ever go back to it? It actually was a loss. It was a big lost series for me. And even though it was fun to do, it just kind of showed me that that's a completely different style of content creation that I'm not really equipped to do. If I was ever going to do that, what I would have to do is I would have to team up with a group of people who are like-minded with me, write contracts about what's the actual work expected, who's going to make what kind of money for it, then try to divvy out how we're going to make money, profitability on the series. Because that was one of the major problems with that series. We didn't even think about that. It was just put it out there and see what happens. Instead of, oh, let's do this, let's have a plan. We'll release this many episodes in this time frame. We'll do a DVD series we can sell. We'll go to conventions and promote it. We'll sell t-shirts. We didn't do any of that. We just flub it, just wing it. And it didn't work.
Phil stole fan donations that went towards a Project 7 reboot. Now what I did, we just pocket that.
Kevin Bernstein, who did a super chat to start the super chats today, he says, time to live stream your day off, be a reality streamer. Let me think about that for a minute, because there's basically going to be a lot of things to consider. No! Absolutely not. Listen, there's a major difference, alright, between me telling you about my day off, explaining some of the fun stuff that I did, some of the foibles of bad things that happened, and me actually giving you a live video of every facet of my life, alright? It's not even kidding. Not even kidding you. Just if I were to turn this phone on, a live streaming app of YouTube, if it even exists, I don't know. I know they have that for Twitch. I don't even know if they have it for YouTube, okay? I'm not even kidding you. Just walking through my house, if I just walked through downstairs, within 5 minutes, you would have 20 conspiracy theory videos on the internet. Did you see this freeze frame? What's that in the corner? That looks like a solid gold statue that cost $40,000. Now we know where all Phil's money goes. Oh my God, what's that over there? Do you see that coffee machine? That looks pretty expensive, man. That's probably about $50,000 coffee machine over there. There was a chair. There was a chair! You see? These people are nuts. And what I found is the less that I give them to work with, the better. At one point, again, Kevin, I know you're actually a relatively newer viewer. You haven't been here for the 13 years that I made content. At one point in my history, I used to share everything. I used to literally film everywhere. In my house, I used to vlog everything. Everywhere I went, whether it was a game tournament, whether it was a convention, just a vacation trip, everything I did, I filmed and I put on the internet, okay? That was fun for a time, but things changed over time where basically it became incredibly toxic, and basically disgusting to the point where people use every single piece of information that I put out on the internet to hurt me. No exaggeration. Every piece of information that I've put out there, I'm not kidding you. On the pre-stream podcast today, I talked about ordering food twice yesterday. They will make, oh my God, Phil, wasting money. How could he order food twice in one day? What a disgusting, wasteful person. What an ungrateful slob. I'm not kidding. This shit will be on the internet today. Just because I was very, here's what I did yesterday. So, I talk about normal stuff that normal people do. And for me, somehow it's like, it's not acceptable behavior. Because this is how they are. So can you imagine if I actually told you or showed you things around the house or anything that, that's not just like common stuff? Imagine that. Seriously. And you might say, oh, well, who cares what trolls think? You're right. I don't give a fuck what the trolls think. What I care about is that these idiots abuse YouTube and its algorithm to ruin my reputation, to make people think I'm some kind of a scumbag, a liar, a scammer, and a hateful person that I'm not. And then what happens? Now you got businesses who think that I'm some kind of a scumbag and don't want to deal with me. You got people on the internet who won't give DSP Gaming a look and give me a chance because there's so many shitheads on the internet making shit up about me. So the less ammo you give them, the less they can do. I'm never going to be doing reality streaming and walking around and showing stuff, okay?
He's a coward.
The first tipper of today was an anonymous $2 tipper. They said, how is the stores not being ready for snow different from when your YouTube goes down or something and you panic saying you don't know what to do even after it's happened to you many times? Well, the thing is, when my YouTube go down and problem happen, I always have backup. For example, if DSP Gaming go down and I cannot stream, I go to other channel, like Old King of Hate Vlog or possibly KO Gaming and stream there. And also alternate upload place so videos can be seen on internet even if DSP Gaming don't work. So me no understand what you saying. But thanks for the tip anyway.
But that's the best insult you can use is to tell someone to their face the truth and they just weren't ready for it. Just tell them something that they don't want to face the reality of, and that will hurt them. Well, not hurt them, but that will make them be shocked more than anything else.
No, the point I'm making is I do have backups. Right now. If DSP Gaming went down, I could stream on 2 other channels on YouTube, no problem. If they all went down, I could go back to Twitch temporarily.
I'm never going back to Twitch. I'm not going back to Twitch. There is not a single reason for me to try to go back to Twitch at this point. There's none.
My Twitch is not gone. My Twitch can still be used, folks. So that's what I mean. Like, I have backups. There's no... What you're saying is silly because you're saying, well, you don't have a backup plan. Yeah, I do. I actually have redundancy backup plans. So if one thing goes wrong, I have other options. That's called being smart.
All right. And then Cracker Jacks tipped me $20 to become the biggest tipper of the day. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look. It's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
KOC, cock. Which is the equivalent for the king of content. Abbreviation, I should say. For the king of content, a joke that we made the other day. That I need a new moniker, because now I'm no longer the king of hate. I retired that moniker because people use it for the wrong reasons, malicious reasons, when it's not what it means. They say I'm a bigot and shit, and it's not what it means at all. So I said, okay, we're going to retire it.
So, it's now the king of cock. Wait, no, not the king of cock. Whoa, whoops. Oh, no, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say the king of content. Not the... Yo, that's great. All right. Let's... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, you heard it here live. You heard it here live. I'm sure that'll be all over the internet in mere moments. It'll be a meme. All right. King of Content, KOC. Now, obviously, it's a joke. I'm not going to call myself the king of content, but it was a funny joke. I said, yeah, cock, yeah. It's a good abbreviation. Oh, my God. That's just funny. That'll be a running joke for many, many years, I'm sure. Junior admitted 100 years. Would your parents disown you if you were gay? I don't think so. No. My aunt was gay. My aunt was gay her whole life, so I'm pretty sure that my parents would not disown me. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money. Blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory. But I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.